guys, welcome to our science class. In the time of coronavirus, a Chinese man was the star of the following news. He ran 50 kilometers inside his house. This is like running around your house 4,000 times. Can you imagine that? How do you imagine he feel at the end of this challenge? Exhausted. What happened to his body? The heart rate increased. The average heart rate of a person at rest is between 60 to 100 beats per minute. But during the exercise, it can increase up to 150 to 200 beats per minute depending on the age. Why do you think the heart rate increases with the exercise? Your heart beats faster because your muscle cells need more energy to do the physical activity, and blood carried by the blood vessels transport oxygen and glucose, which is the energy molecule that the cells use to do the movement. Which human body system do you think that we are going to talk about today? Great, the circulatory system. Let's go to the basic, the meaning of the terms. Circulation refers to the movement of something in a repeated path. Imagine a car track in which the car moves all around it and don't go out of it. Something similar happens in the circulatory system. There is a motion of the blood flowing around a path. Let's go to the next term, system. System refers to different parts working together to do a specific function, like in this bicycle. In this bicycle, we have different components that work together in order that the bicycle moves. In our circulatory system, the parts are not non-living things. The parts are organs. Now we can focus on the human circulatory system. The function of this system is to transport different substances, such as nutrients, wastes, hormones, enzymes, blood cells. On the other hand, we can talk about organs. The organs of the circulatory system are three. The three main organs are blood vessels, blood, and heart. The first component we are going to talk are the blood vessels. The blood vessels are tube-like structures that allow blood to pass through them. There are three kinds of blood vessels. Arteries that move blood out of the heart. The veins move blood to the heart, and the capillaries that are tiny blood vessels that are in contact with tissues and allow the exchange of substances between the bloodstream and the tissues. Delivers oxygen and nutrients and pick up wastes and carbon dioxide. The structure of the blood vessels is adapted to their function. For example, here we can see the wall of an artery, which is thicker than the wall of the other blood vessels. This is because it receives and transports the blood that was pumped by the heart, and it has a high pressure. Therefore, must be strong enough to support this pressure. On the other hand, we have the veins, which move blood back to the heart with less pressure, so its wall is thinner. Finally, we can see the wall of capillaries, which consists of a wall made of only one layer thick, allowing the exchange of substances from and to the bloodstream. The second component we are going to talk about is blood. Maybe you have had contact with blood when you hurt yourself. It is like a reddish liquid flowing out of your body, but it's more complex than this. It has four components. Plasma is the liquid that contains all the substances. It is about 55% of the total blood. Second, we have the red blood cells. They are in charge of the gas exchange. They contain a protein that catches oxygen and transport it through all the body through the blood vessels. Third, we have the white blood cells. They are like the army that defend our body against all the infections. And fourth, we have the platelets. Platelets are in charge of clotting. That means stop bleeding. As you can see here in the image, if you cut a blood vessel, all the blood is going out of the blood stream. But the platelets produce a protein that surrounds all these materials and block the blood and avoid that it goes out of the bloodstream. The last part I want to show you talking about blood is this real slide of blood. In here you can see how each of these components look like and the relative sizes of them. The last component of our circulatory system is the heart. Heart is made up of 4 chambers. 2 upper chambers are called atria. They receive the blood. The lower chambers are called ventricles. They pump the blood away from the heart. And we have other structures that are called valves. The valves work like doors that open in order to allow the blood passes in and close in order to avoid that the blood flows backward. Now we are going to talk about how the circulatory system works. Looking at this slide, we can identify that the left side of the heart carries or handles oxygenated blood, and the right part of the heart handles the deoxygenated blood. Deoxygenated blood means that have less amount of oxygen. That's why in the illustration we identify it with blue color. It's not that the blood is blue. That means that the blood has a red dark color. And in most of the illustration it is shown with blue. The oxygenated blood is illustrated with a light red because the real oxygenated blood looks like a little bit lighter than the deoxygenated. Okay, now focus on the movement. The blood is oxygenated at the lungs. Once it is oxygenated, it moves to the heart, enter in the left atria, passes through the left ventricle and is pumped out through the aorta, the main artery of our body that it is located in our neck. Once it is pumped, it moves to all our body, deliver the nutrients and oxygen, and the blood also pick up all the wastes and carbon dioxide that the cells eliminate in the body. This deoxygenated blood or blood with less oxygen returns to the heart by the vein, the cava vein. Then it passes inside the heart in the right atria, right ventricle, and is pumped again by the ventricle to the lungs in order to be oxygenated. This happens once again and again each time you have a heart beating and during the whole life. That's all, guys, with our circulatory system explanation. Now, let's go to the activities to play at home and practice what you learned during this session. You have a matching game and a labeling game to do at home. Bye bye, guys.